Good morning on this very cold and frosty January morning. Let's have a little look round the plot, round the back of my shed. The bulbs are showing, which is always a cheery sight on a cold morning. My cold frame, well, that's living up to its name. Yeah, so the sweet peas in a pot with the dahlia in, and then I've got in there, whether they come to anything, I've got a couple of beetroot and some all year round lettuce. Onwards then. Okay, so let's have a little walk round then. As you say, it is frosty. You can see the frost on the boards. First things first, let's go and have a look in me shed. The patio area is looking a little bit untidy, but there we go, it is winter, and I've been saving firewood for home, and then I use the wood ash here on the allotment. Did you know that an efficient stove burning dry wood that is less than 15 or 12% preferably is less polluting than a central heating boiler? Right, let's go and have a look inside the in the preparation area. I've been making candles, and I've been putting tobacco in them, and I'm going to use them for fumigating my greenhouse. Then I've brought the geraniums in, any geraniums that I might have, and as you can see, I'm upcycling my toilet roll holders. Oh, and I've got my potatoes. These are only potatoes that I've salvaged, so they're the ones I've dug, and they've either been green or I thought they would be useful for as seed potatoes. Okay, let's go in the greenhouse now then. Nothing much happening just outside here. In the greenhouse, once again, needs a good tidy up. I'm doing an experiment with growing onions in trays. They don't look as though they've survived very well. I've got a suspicion they are the Senshu, and I've got a suspicion all I will get from them is onion sets. Plenty of aloe vera, a couple of all year round lettuce. They seem to be surviving nicely, look. Yeah, and I'm sure I should get a lettuce or two off of that. Then I'm going to try and bring a couple of peppers through the winter. That one there is not very happy, is it? So I think that one I will now take the peppers off that and trim it and try and get that through the winter. Oh, and I've got some sweet peas that I sowed on the 6th of December. So they're over wintering in here, ready to go out. Oh, I've got a couple of sweet peas there. They must have got mixed in with the pot and coms, because it looks like homegrown onions in there as well. Yeah, so basically that's it in here. Oh, I've got some overwintering carrots there, look. That's to give me my first early spring carrots. Apart from that, that pepper there didn't like the cold last night either, did it? And then I've got the potato in a pot. That I should probably move on to a bigger pot. Let's go on. In the propagator, using me milk boxes and orange juice boxes, I've sown up some Falcon First peas, and I should bring them on at home here. That way the mice don't eat them, or the slugs and snails, and puppy dog's tails. Yeah. I've got some sweet peas. These are volunteer sweet peas growing here. Well, I grew sweet peas here last year, and I know you shouldn't really grow them in the same place twice, but on the other hand, they're volunteer ones. I think they're suffering. Something's been trying to eat them, but I think I might just go again. This is going to be the last year for this strawberry bed. Shallots I'd put in, and I'll put them in on the shortest day, and there's one there just showing. Don't know if you can see it there, just showing. So it looks like they're going to be okay. Then I've got that's the onion sets, and they look as though they're happy. And then I've built myself a carrot bed there. That is soil, sieved soil, sand, and hopefully it's going to be good, because the carrot bed that I've had at the other end of the allotment has always been good. So this looks good too. So let's hope that, well, we don't have to hope, I know it's going to be good. Right, overwintering spinach. That looks like it suffered from the cold, but it'll recover. It usually does. And then I've built myself here a tomato frame. I've been growing the tomatoes there for the last 2-3 years, so now I'm going to give them a go right across. I've built this frame right across the well. I won't grow them back in the same place as I did before, but I'm going to grow them there, and I've put that netting up just to keep the north wind off, and that bit of nice white plastic through there to reflect the sun. So I'm going to try and get tomatoes going really early this year. And there's a few, they're volunteer potatoes that I've dug up and just potted on. So I should get a few potatoes, hopefully, in about a month's time, depends on what the weather's like. Then all of the grapevines have been pruned. The asparagus that I brought them on in pots and put them in this year, so they've had 1 year now, or 1 season, not really a year but a season. And then the grapevine there, I must admit, the grapevines, because I had a couple of new vines over the back there, the Bacchus, which is that one, has made a super wine. It's only 4 bottles from that one vine, but it was good. It is good. It's very clear. I'll show you that later. Carrot bed, now that's all but finished. I'll put a bit of glass over there, look, just to perhaps encourage the last few. And I've got a cauliflower there that's supposed to turn in the spring, but the wind got it and it's really ragged it. It snapped leaves off. Whether it will or not, I expect it will, but we'll see. And then I've got a few last parsnips there. I should dig 1 or 2 of those in a minute. Then this bed, there was peas in this bed, and look, there's just 1 pea surviving. I'm hoping to get a pea pod before the 5th of May, which I think is the record, which is down to Alex. And then the blueberries, I'm going to try and take one of those shoots and make up my own ericaceous spotting compost. Then, this bath, look at the frost sparkling on there, look. I've got seaweed in this bath, and I'm taking the runoff of it and I'm storing it, except I've just been told off by the local allotment authority that I mustn't have a bath on site. I don't know whether they mean a bath because I smell, or whether they mean the actual physical bath itself. I think they really mean the physical bath itself, don't you? Grapevines there, that's me. It's dessert grapes. I've severely pruned them. Plum tree, asparagus through here. I put seaweed on this to damp the weeds down, and it's looking good. The seaweed has been taken in by the worms. Obviously I just flicked over the surface a few weeks back now, so that the frost might kill off any bugs. And then through here, I've got some. There's some swans just gone over. I've got some everlasting leeks here. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing with them. If anyone has got any ideas. And then my Cape gooseberries. They survived last year through the winter. I'm going to leave them and see what happens. And then of course I've got my elephant garlic here, which is going good, and this will be the new strawberry bread eventually. Those I put in this year, as you'll see on one of my other videos. Then I've still got a couple of collies there. They were meant for spring. One of them sort of sent a side shoot out, so I've got two there. Hopefully I'll have a couple of collies for the spring. Then come on round, look at the frost on the grass there, and there's frost even on the seaweed. This bed's had seaweed in it. Now then, me broad beans, I've put them in at sort of 4 or 5 week spacings. The cold has affected these, but they come back. They've had a few weeks of frost now, and they're still surviving okay. Look, these were put in fairly recently. There's frost on the glass at the moment. I think I put these in last week, and they seem okay. Look, once again, these broad beans, these have got flowers on. Look, maybe I should take the tops out of them, but anyway, we'll see. Compost heap is full up with seaweed and horse poo and greens off the allotment. All the fruit bushes have been pruned. The strawberries I've got in here, the whole of this froze, and I think it suffered as a result of it. So I'm not too optimistic about that. I've picked that cauliflower. Hold on, I reckon I could just flick back. It was superb. Now, we're back again. And we've got some nice broccoli there ready for picking. Then the sprouts here are all but finished. There's a few sprouts on that one there, look. And the spinach is overwintering here. Oh, and I've got one red cabbage. I made sauerkraut with the red cabbage. It was gorgeous. I'm going to make some more. So that's on my do list, more sauerkraut. And it's so good for you. This was the carrot bed from last year, and I grew a parsnip in it. It was superb. So this is now going to be a parsnip bed for this coming year, because I think the boards are beginning to rot at the bottom. So I think this could be getting near its end. Then I've got the last of the leeks. The strawberry pot that I built there, that I made the video of. That looks like it's happy, and of course it gets the sun first thing in the morning. And then I've got two bins there that I've put seaweed and horse poo in and a bit of soil, and that will get an early potato. And then the last, right near the end there, the grapevines have been pruned, ready to go, and the beehive, they're all tucked in there, and they're probably all buzzing in there, keeping it warm. I'll put that extra bit of insulation down the side, mostly because it did rain once and it froze, and I was a bit worried about that, so I've covered it to keep the rain off, and put that bit of insulation on. So, and here's a sample of my produce from my allotment this year. I've bottled up the 6 bottles of fizz from 2018, but I also bottled up my 6 bottles of fizz from 2019. I've got some cider vinegar. This is the first time I've had a go at making cider vinegar, but cider vinegar with mother, and of course some cider, because I had to make the cider first to make the cider vinegar. My first batch from my Bacchus grape. No, it's not my first batch. I've always had it, but this year I made it separately, and it's superb and very, 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 very clear. I'm so pleased with that. I'm quite chuffed with it, all in all. Sauerkraut. This is my second lot of sauerkraut I've made. The first lot I made was with red cabbage. Oh, it was blinking gorgeous. And then I made some with white cabbage. I've made horseradish and this time I've made it according to a YouTube video, and it is super hot. My gherkins, they were really good this year. Some of them I'll let them get a bit too big and then they get tough, so not so good. Then of course I've still got wine going. There we go. I've still got my red wine going, and the white wine, which was mixed grape. And then of course over there I've got the start of this year's save ale. I've got a feeling I might have left that too late to do the second bottling, but I'm going to leave them now like that until it's been through some slightly warmer weather, which may then make the extra fizz from the sugar that I've added to it. Yeah, so there we go. That's what we've got. Our honey this year wasn't quite as good. We were a bit down on honey this year, but that's some of the produce from our allotment. There we go. We've got a bit of spinach, a couple of leeks, 2 parsnips, and a few carrots. That'll do for the day. And I've left the broccoli for another day. There's the plot. Oh, along the back there I've got my bins with my potatoes in, but there's no potatoes in there at the moment. They're just bins. So there's the cold frost. The sun's coming up now, which is going to warm everything up. All I can say is, happy gardening, stay safe, and we'll see you sometime. Bye.